Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. We are very, very sorry that we are a couple of minutes late. We've been trying to get a couple of extra friends on, and we're just having a little bit of technical difficulty. So if we can manage to, if they can pop in, then that would be absolutely amazing. But here we are, and we're excited to be here. So guys, can we just go around the room? And here we are, and we're excited to be here. Oh gosh, I'm getting some we just go around the room. Here we are, and we're excited to be here.
We are.
This is so bad.
We are.
Sorry, can you guys hear me echoing or not?
Somebody has their video on.
Oh, hang on, wait. Okay, we're just having a little bit of technical stuff here. Hello, Christie. Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Amazing. Can you guys hear us? Paula, can you hear us now?
I can. I had to come in on my iPad. Can you all hear me?
We can.
Okay, I had to come in on my iPad.
I can. I have to come in on my iPad. Can you all hear me?
Oh, you're echoing.
Maybe.
Okay, I have to come in on my iPad.
Okay,
It could be.
let me try it again.
We've got an echo. Is it? Can you guys hear an echo? Are we?
Okay.
Karen, I can't hear you.
It's me.
Yeah, I
You
think
guys
it's
hear an
me. I
echo?
think I'm just going to have to skip it tonight.
Why? You're fine now.
I'm fine now?
Yeah. Karen, you're really muted.
No more echo?
Okay. I'm muted. All right.
I
Well,
can
you're
hear
not.
you.
You're just real quiet.
Am I?
Just turn your volume up.
Oh, interesting. All right. Maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe something on here.
Sorry about that, you all. I have no idea what's wrong with my laptop. It's always worked fine.
Is this better?
Yes.
Is this better?
No,
There's a
Is
crackling.
it too much or is it fine?
it's really. You're really soft. Christy, how are you doing?
I'm good. You?
Doing okay.
I'm not sure who asked me that question.
Huh?
The video is lagging a little bit.
It's lagging.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes, much better.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yes, much better.
Is that just fine? Because I've taken my headphones out. Is that fine?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ready to
So a
party.
couple of us have frozen up and we're just having a little bit of technical
Ready to
funny
party.
things here. Yes. Great. Okay, are we all good?
We are.
Okay, you're all
Or am I still echoing?
Somebody has their video on their phone.
Yeah, that's me.
Video on their phone.
I don't have the video on.
me.
Oh, is that what's coming through the echo maybe? Okay, is someone playing the video on their phone?
I've got the live stream on my phone.
You got to turn it off.
On my phone. Okay.
Oh,
Let me
sorry.
try.
What I mean is like,
Turn it off.
I'm just, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to make myself stop echoing. Am I echoing?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
Okay. All right. So are we all good to go? Because I think we're like a little bit frozen on the screen here. Oh, God.
I have it open on the laptop muted though, and I see it's behind. It's live though.
Okay.
Christy, you must have it on your phone or something, because when you talk, it echoes. You must have it on your phone or something.
Yes, I'm using my phone. I should put my laptop.
You can only have it behind once wherever you're recording.
Okay, so laptop. Let me close it. Is this better?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Karen, can we hear you?
I'm just trying my my headphones again. Is that fine or is it crackling?
It's good.
No, it's fine now.
I'm just on my headphones. That's fine.
Is it fine now?
No, it's fine now. I'm on my headphones.
Do not turn this off. Use your best echo
No, it's
cancellation.
fine now.
I still have an echo. Anyone? Can I hear an echo? Can anyone else hear an echo?
Yeah, I hear echo.
I don't hear you, Paula. Nope. I see your
Yeah, I
mouth.
can't hear Paula.
Okay, Peter's.
All right, Paul. I see your
Okay.
mouth moving, Paula.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
She's gonna hang up for now.
Okay, thank you so much for being patient. All right. Oh no. Okay, so are we all good? I think we're all good to go. Peter's coming back on,
Yeah.
and I'm not echoing anymore. Is that right, guys?
That's right.
Yep.
You're good.
Is that right, Allison? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. All right. Okay, thank you so much for being patient. Can we just pop around the room and can we introduce ourselves? Because we're very, very lucky to have some new peeps on today. So, Allison, do you want to go first? Let us golden oldies go first.
My
Just
name
tell
is
us about
Allison, and I started my channel actually a long time ago because I wanted to be a crafter. I became a crafter, but I didn't do the videos to go along with it. And then I decided that I wanted to get the videos up and going because I wanted to kind of document my life as I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And I wanted it to be more of a kind of a sentimental journey of all the ups and downs, ins and outs. And I wanted my kids to remember the funny me because I do some really silly things. Just nothing ever works out for me, as Karen can tell you. I'm always, Karen, help. So anyways, I wish I could say I have a niche, but I'm always trying to learn something new.
nice. And absolutely you are. And do you know what, Allison? You can't fail if you don't try new stuff. You're always
right.
doing new stuff.
Like my husband and I
That's
say,
right.
it's an automatic no if you don't ask.
True.
That's right. That's right. Nice. Peter, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I had to retire from work due to medical reasons, injury to my back in 2018. So I decided to start uploading videos onto my channel, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm loving the community, the support network, and all the new friends that I've made and the amazing channels that I've found because of doing what I'm doing.
And Peter, what kind of videos are you posting about?
Absolutely. And so how many
Mainly about trying to give people self-confidence, self-esteem, helping them believe in themselves and to follow their dreams if they want to start a YouTube channel and build a strong community.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Amazing. Thank you, Peter. What about you, Dora? What's your channel about?
Okay, so I'm Dora. Explorer Dora 80 is my channel name. It's actually my nickname. My real name is Mutiara, but Mutiara is not very easy to say when you're on the hop. So Dora is a nickname I've basically gotten from backpacking around the world. literally, I was in a bus stop in Brazil, and we were playing celebrity heads, and we were trying to give everyone a name that they look like, and I always have a backpack on, so I was Dora the Explorer. So basically, that just clicked, and Dora 80 is obviously backwards version of Exploradora, because I didn't want to use Exploradora. That's been used everywhere. And I used to live in Mexico, and Exploradora, Explorer is Explorer in Espanol. So that's why the XPLORA. And 80 means that I want to visit 80 countries. So I set that goal like 25 years ago when I first went backpacking in Europe. And I think I did 3 months, I did like 18 countries around Europe. And I just started the want to see all these different countries around the world and see what they have to offer. And because I'm half Indonesian, hence my name, Mutiara, I always traveled to Indonesia as a young child. So it got me kind of immersed in the world around that. Australia is a first world country, Indonesia is a third world country, and there's so much in between. And I wanted to know about it. So that, I guess, put the fire in me. And I joined YouTube many years ago and only posted one video. So a year ago, I went, I need to figure this all out. And it took me a while to figure it out. And I'm still trying to figure it out every day. And StreamYard is the first new thing that I just figured out last night. So thank you, Karen, for telling me that I should join StreamYard. So now I've been playing with that last night on a live with Jazz, just to see how it all works. So here I am. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice.
And I look forward to looking at all your videos. I checked out Allison last night and Christie. So Peter, I'll check you out later on. So like
thank you. I'll definitely check yours out. So that sounds exciting.
Yeah,
You were with your mom in Indonesia.
Yes. So that was a pretty interesting holiday. But yeah, but that's the short of who I am. I'll let someone else talk because I like to talk.
Amazing. Thanks, Dora. And hey, Christie, what about you? Tell us about you and your channel.
My channel is called From Comfort to Confidence because I was always all about being comfortable and what's convenient. And I didn't ever like to get out of my comfort zone until I decided to. That's what it's all about. So I talk about confidence. I think I've checked a couple of Peter's videos, if I'm not mistaken, because his niche is similar to mine. So my niche is all about the transformation from get out of your comfort zone. Going mostly for moms in general, but like over 40, over 50. But generally, it's mostly about introverts a bit as well because I'm an introvert. So it's really about my experiences, my transformation. Because to me, I came a long way from like being in my shell. This is big for me. This is huge. So, and I like to be motivational or
Absolutely.
Pardon?
Oh, it absolutely is. Sorry, I was saying, yeah, this is huge for you.
Yeah, so that's, it's about the transformation. I'm not an expert per se in anything for now, but it's more about my transformation.
Amazing. And so today, guys, I just thought today we would have a bit of a chat about what's been going on for you, like let's say on your YouTube channel this week. And we were just going to have like a bit of a chat and chill, but let's have a look at who's in our chat. Hello, Jennifer, introvert in Alaska. And I can see Jennifer's got a road trip with her daughter. I'm really excited to see that video, Jennifer.
That was good.
And hey, Susan. Hey, is it Charla? Is it Charla? August Creek Farmhouse. I think it's Charla. You can correct me if it's a ch or a sh. I think it's Charla. Who else have we got? Hello, Gina, heartily happy. I know, gosh, I hope that we're not sounding too dreadful. Ms. TikTok Girl channel. Hello. Gosh, we're really hoping that, Paula, if you can try and come back on, please do. I'll turn the volume down. 11:08. Oh, that could have been like some time ago. So, yeah, guys, I mean, should we start? What about What about you, Dora? You've just come back from a pretty big, exciting trip. Do you want to tell us a little about that? Because you streamed, you did lots of lives from your trip.
So if you want me to just talk about my week, I've just come back from an amazing trip, 2 trips kind of in one random trip. But I guess the big thing for me, if we're going to just talk about YouTube, is because I can talk about travel till the cows come in, so I don't want to take over the live. But if we're talking about YouTube, because that's what we're all trying to do, is get a little bit better at YouTube and figure out how all this works, is that I've been doing lives because when you're traveling, and for me personally, I can't sit down and edit videos. I take too many videos. So to sit down and edit them, I don't take my laptop with me when I travel. It's too hard to, look at your phone and put things together. So I started doing lives because everyone around me was doing lives, like Karen, Jazz, all these people around me are doing lives, and they seem to be doing really well with it. I'm like, okay, let's try to do that, because if I'm going to be away, I'm probably going to do no content. So let's do lives. So I started doing them, and I probably I'm kind of all or nothing. Okay. That's my personality. So you'll hear nothing from me, or you'll see too much of me. So you see too much of me. Okay. So I've been doing lots of lives, and I've been loving it. And
tell me, what was that word?
Sorry?
Loving.
Oh, sorry. What was that word that you said? Like I got a bit of a skip. What was that word that you said about your personality? You said my personality is, and then I missed the word.
Oh, I'm all or nothing.
All on or all off?
All or nothing. Can you guys
So you either hardly hear from her at all, or you hear nothing but everything from her?
Yeah. So Karen, you can't hear me very well.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I just had like a little bit of blinking out. But did you say you're all or nothing? All or nothing personality. You've come back. I can see you now.
Yep. So there's nothing in between. So you'll either hear lots of me or nothing from me. And that's me, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. I'm owning it. But with YouTube, that is me too. There's all or nothing. So either you'll see nothing online, or you'll see too much of me online. So that's me. But with lives, I realized that they're so much fun. Like, getting all these personalities together is in one room, so to speak, online, is so much fun, because we get to know, different faces, different people's channels, how different tips about YouTube. And so I think lives are amazing. And like people, have been going on about lives, do lives, because it gives you watch hours. Now, obviously, the dream is to get 1,000, subs and 4,000 watch hours so that you can become monetized. But, in reality, there are people out there that got those. But I mean, what does it mean, I guess? So I guess I'm personally just having fun with it and figuring out just how it works. It's fun to get new subscribers, and learn about new people and new places and new channels. So yeah, this week's been really fun for me, learning how lives work, really basically going over the top with lives. Like, there were some days I was doing 6 lives. Mind you, I was in Paris, so had to show the Eiffel Tower and had to show you this and that and this. So yeah, that was me. So I loved it. I had a great week. I think YouTube's been a great place for me this week, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
Amazing. And is that how I got to see you, Peter? Peter, were you in on Dora's lives or not? Because there was a male.
Oh, no.
Was it Peter, Dora,
Paul.
or not?
No,
or
I
was a
think
guy who was popping on.
I think you found me through Rob the Maritimer's live.
No, and maybe you came onto our lives, I think, Peter.
Oh,
you
yes,
have,
that
right?
was,
You've been
yes,
chatting
that's
with us
probably
on
what
our
I
live.
did.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah. And so how many lives did you do, Dora? Like 10? Like how many did you do while you were in Luxembourg and Paris?
I was away for a month, and I think I did 20 last week, put it that way. And I was away for a month.
And Samoa, that's including Samoa, right? 20. You did 20 in 1 week.
No, that was last week.
Dude. Okay,
Sorry?
That's what I mean. You did 20 in 1 week. Did you?
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know how many I did in the whole month, but I'll just tell you this. I got 101 watch hours in the last 28 days from doing it.
That's what I was wondering, you guys. When we do the lives, Karen, I think I asked you in WhatsApp, are you noticing your watch hours going up when you do these lives?
You have to be, Karen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because do you know what? The interesting thing too is because we sometimes go for a bit longer, and I think we kind of just go for as long as we feel like, you know what I mean? Like we're just chatting and people are sort of chatting with us, and then we just end it. So I guess the thing is it draws out the time, and you would have noticed that surely, Dora, that when someone then jumps on, you know what I mean? Like they're new now and they're going, what are you doing? What are you up to? What can I see there? And then that sort of extends it, right? The time of the live. So the thing is, what I've sort of worked out is that sort of people pop in and they pop out, which is really, really nice, isn't it? You know, so if someone pops in for 3 minutes or 10 minutes or something, obviously you get that watch time. So definitely it's it does increase the watch hours, but 101 watch hours in the last month from your lives.
Yeah, so it does work because I can't get 100 watch hours from my own videos. So there you go.
That's it. Yeah, amazing. And did you actually take note of what your watch hours were like a month ago? Is that how you sort of like worked it out that you've increased 101?
In your analytics, you can see the 7 days. 7 days,
28.
Yeah. So I do keep track of it. So yeah, but that's how I figured it out. But I was like, wowzers, it does work. Yeah.
And
like
and what about you, Allison? Oh, yep.
No,
sorry, you go, Dora, because this is fascinating for us, because you've done heaps. Like what were you going to say? This is good for us to hear.
Well, like I haven't got a huge channel, so for me to get 101 watch hours with only less than 500 subs and like hardly anyone watching, that's the thing. Like, so that's what I'm trying to work out, like how the lives work, because my friend Paul was like, he jumped on a lot of my lives. He might have been the only constant one through the whole time, but other people jumped on from his friends and other randoms that jump on, kind of thing. And randoms, I say in a nice way. I don't in a rude way.
Yeah.
Like, so I for example, my best video, well, let's say best video, it had the most watch views was like 250 people, which is not a huge lot of people. But like I think I got 17 hours watch time on it. I don't know why.
How many?
17 hours on one video.
Wow.
On one live. And I don't know. I wasn't dancing in a bikini or anything like that. So I've no
idea.
Sorry?
How many views did you say? 200 and something?
I mean, it's like 250 views.
Did you say 200 and something views?
Yep. And I got 17 hours watch time. Wow. I have no idea if that was a mistake or what.
Yeah.
And I was just rambling on about, literally talking about what I'd done in Samoa that day. That's it. So obviously people went and watched it. So
Paula's fixed her audio.
Wow. Amazing.
So it could have been the thumbnail, it could have been the title. So there's so many things into it. So that's why I'm excited about how lives work, because it's just piecing it all together.
Totally.
Like what you talk about. It's what the live, the thumbnail, the title, who jumps on, how long. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And Paula, Mrs. Paula. Oh, here she is. We'll try her again. Here we go.
I think I fixed it.
Fingers crossed, people.
Yay.
I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yay. I'm so sorry about that. Something got turned off in the settings, and I don't know how. Thank you for letting me join tardily.
That is all so good. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? I was willing you to come on. I literally said, Paula does quite a few
manifesting
lives.
it.
We were talking about,
Thank you.
I don't know, like we were probably figuring out. You were manifesting you back in. But so what about you, Paula? Like, how are you finding, like Dora has just been saying that she got 101 watch hours in the last month from doing heaps of lives on her travels.
Wow.
And so have you been noticing your watch hours go up from your lives?
Yes, but not as much as Dora's. Yeah, they are going up. but definitely not. I don't think they've gone up as much as that. But I'm seeing an increase. So I'm definitely going to.
Well, she did have the Luxembourg and Paris advantage.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
So
those are more fascinating. Those are a little more interesting than my back porch, I think.
Yes, and the only airport in the world, with a pool in it. So who knows what airport that is, by the way?
I do not.
On my channel,
Dora,
I
what
had
airport is that?
what days are now?
Singapore.
Wednesday, I got like a certificate notification from vidIQ saying congratulations, your channel has reached 100 views. And then the next day I got another one saying your channel has reached 150 views. So I'm like, it took me 3, 4, 5 months with not posting to get up to like 50 views, and then in the space of 2 weeks I've gotten like an extra 100 views on top of that. And in the space of like 24 hours, my subscribers just jumped up by like 9 people. So I'm sitting on 22 now. And for someone to be on like 14 subscribers, and then Karen sees a video, shares that video, and all of a sudden my channel just like blows up in the kind of like so many like new subscribers, so many new people watching the content. It was just really overwhelming and very humbling to see. It was amazing.
That's Peter.
That's wonderful.
And that's the power of people sharing your content too, like Karen sharing it.
I loved that video.
Yeah. Absolutely. It was a really fun video to make as well. I'm going to be doing more of them. I can do like serious ones, and I can do like kind of comedy type ones. So it's something that I'm going to look into.
Wonderful.
I think that is, somebody left a comment. Was it Misty? Someone said, I think this really could be like your thing, like part of your thing, right?
Yes, I think it was Nicola's recipes.
That said that in your comments.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, the recipes, Nicola's recipes.
Yeah, Nicola's recipes. I think the video itself, it did well because the message that it's portraying is not only is it a struggle that new YouTubers are facing when they're thinking of starting a channel, so they're having that conversation with their friend or whoever it is, but it's also it kind of like opens the door for the conversation about mental health and men feeling vulnerable about starting a channel, because there's a facade that men should be like tough and things like that, when really, men are just as vulnerable as women, and they do have the same worries that women do.
Interesting.
So I thought it was a really powerful video.
One of the things, yeah, it is. And I have to say that watching it, because it kind of went on, it's a 3-minute video, isn't it? Between 3 and 4 minutes, like 3 minutes 30 something. I actually gave you about 5 watches on that. So I've contributed at least 15 to 15 minutes on that. I watched it quite a few times, and I showed it to my husband as well, because I was just really saying, and actually I put it on the family Snapchat as well. I just said, wow, look at this video. But do you know what? One of the things I think is actually really powerful about that, and is the fact that it carries on, it keeps on going. And so conversation, and it just kept on carrying on. So you almost start feeling, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you almost start feeling like it gets to that raw sort of bit where you feel a bit sort of almost uncomfortable, like, oh gosh, this is quite vulnerable and a bit upsetting. Do you know what I mean? Like you sort of, I got that feeling, but then the conversation then the friend, and because you left those pauses in there as well, like that was quite powerful. Like I thought your timing when you edited it together was really spot on, because you let the pauses go, the friend is reflecting, or the person, the person talking about sort of the worries. You were letting them, like, you let the pause in there for them to think about it and then respond. That is so powerful. I think you did such a good job on that video.
Thank you.
But
It's very
yeah,
kind.
I think just the fact that it carried on for 3 minutes, like, truly, yeah. Like, how did you sort of go about making that video? Like, did you sort of write up some bullet points or a bit of a script, or did you sort of add a little bit, or?
It was a bit of both. I'd had some parts of it scripted out, but I was also just trying to play it by ear and just going with, if I said something as one friend and then I had maybe something scripted out for the second friend, but I decided to change it up and add in a few different words or make it slightly different point, I would do that. And then I would look back at the footage and I would cut out the parts that I thought, if I felt like, okay, that sentence was better than this sentence, so I'll stick with that new one. And it was just really mix and matching of trying different sentences, like ad-libbing it, like actors do. They might ad-lib something in a movie, and if the director likes it, he'll leave it in. So that's what it was. It was like just a creative process.
It turned out very well.
Thank you.
Amazing.
It was a nightmare
Yes,
to
I
edit.
think all of that to sum up. Yeah. Of course it would have been. That's why I said to you, like, if anyone has tried to do that back and forth, and we can have a bit of a chat about who else has done that. But yeah, just the last thing I'll say on that is it really made me feel something. You know what I mean? I was really touched by it. And it is the kind of video that will make people feel something. Like, that's a little magic sauce. You've really touched on something there. So I think that is the beauty of YouTube, and that is what will, yeah.
I think it's the ERC that you was relating to in one of your videos, the emotion-related content.
That's it. That's it. And then the other thing too is that, you will draw people who look like you, who sound like you. You know what I mean? Like my husband was saying, wow, he looks like a football fan. You know what I mean? Like he was going, like other guys that are your age and, are at the stage of life, or have had some medical things and have had to leave work earlier than they would have expected to, and those sorts of things. So yeah, I'm sure you'll get a lot of men and women, sort of coming to your channel.
Yes, I'm hoping so. It's looking good so far, but it's
Peter,
I'm not really looking at the like, I'm not doing it for the to get so far down the line. I'm not like thinking, I want to get monetized. At the moment, I'm just enjoying learning the process, learning the editing, and connecting with all the new friends and meeting new people. And wherever it leads, it leads. I feel like there's two types of content creator. There's a gardener and an architect. So like the architect will plan every aspect of every video, whereas the gardener will just he'll plant a few seeds and he'll just see what happens. And that's what I'm doing.
Peter, what's your channel name?
Isn't Peter's channel name just his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
And your last name?
It is.
Yep.
Okay.
And
at Peter Urbanowski.
With Dora mentioning about the traveling that she did, it's been something that I think has been on everybody's bucket list to go traveling, but I can't imagine that many countries in that space of time. That must have been absolutely amazing. Which has been your favorite place that you've been to?
People ask me that all the time, and I can't just say one because so many countries. Like, I'm Australian. I love Australia. Okay. My mum's Indonesian. I love Indonesia. I've just come back from literally France. Paris is my favorite country. So it's really hard to nail down just one country. But if you're going to say, if you have to say one, Dora, what's it going to be off the top of my head right now? Because it's just, fresh. I really like Luxembourg. A lot of people haven't been to Luxembourg. People don't even know where Luxembourg is. It's a small little country in Europe, and most people just go over it with a train and don't stop. It's also very expensive, so that's another reason why people don't go there. So I literally on this last trip had 12 days in Europe because I had a wedding to go to in Lyon, and while I was at the wedding, I thought, okay, I'm going to tag on seeing a new country. So Luxembourg was the country that I chose to see because it was kind of close to Paris that I was flying out of, and I'd never been to Luxembourg. So what is Luxembourg about? And I loved it. Absolutely amazing place. I did a million lives from there. I showed, because honestly, I did and took a million videos and photos. It's so pretty. So pretty. It's
you must like feel so free when you're out there.
Oh yeah, and like I travel by myself mostly too, and so the feeling of traveling by yourself, I know a lot of people don't want to travel by themselves for different reasons. I love it, and I find that when you're by yourself, you can see and do things that you might not normally do if you're with someone else because for extra bed. So that feeling was amazing, and to be able to get up and go and just do what you want to do when you want is a really nice thing too. So Luxembourg has a really old city. I don't know if a lot of people, I didn't know this personally about Luxembourg either, but has an old UNESCO.
I know nothing about it. Yep.
Okay. So you've heard of the UNESCO sites that around Australia or around the world, there's a lot of UNESCO sites. I'm sure there's a few in New Zealand, I'm sure there are UNESCO sites. Yeah. So I don't know what does UNESCO stand for?
I'm not sure what a UNESCO site is.
I'm going to Google that right now. But
yeah, I'm not sure what a UNESCO site is.
You all, I'm having surreal thoughts. Can I tell you why?
Go for it.
Okay. Tonight, my time, Friday night at 7-ish, I'm on a live with people from all over the world. With Dora, who's been to Luxembourg and talking about all these places. And this morning, I helped load up a big old bull in the cattle trailer and took him to market. So that's what my day has been, going to the cattle market. And now here I'm on a live with all you people from all over the world. I think that's just so funny. From the cattle market.
That's the power of YouTube.
It is.
It is.
The beauty of YouTube, right?
Yes.
I know. And do you know what? Just earlier, people were asking you, or was Brenda asking you, do you name your cattle, like all the babies and stuff? And you're like, no, because we're taking them to the market when they're old enough,
Yeah. And I said we call them all Junior. And Karen, was it you who said what was it, Junior Steak or Junior Patty? Was that you? Somebody said that on our chat. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the travel conversation. I was feeling so surreal from the cattle market in Abingdon, Virginia to the world via YouTube.
That's probably the power of YouTube, what Peter just said. Like, you can be transformed in a minute from your, taking a bull to the market to online to God knows where. You can go anywhere.
Yes.
Dora, did you ever hear, it's no longer available, but there was a online community called Hago?
No.
And
what is it?
It's no longer, they quit, but it's people would, especially during the lockdowns, but they would take people on virtual, like live tours of wherever they were. And so it was really, really cool. And you could tip them if you wanted to. It was totally free. You didn't have to pay to be on it. So I had bought my gimbal because I was going to take people around doing things. But as I signed up, then they like said, we don't have any more funding. We're not going to be able to do this. But it was incredible because unfortunately, when the war broke out, there was people there and they were still trying to make money. So they were doing their live streaming and taking people down the street and doing the artwork on the streets. And it was fabulous. So I thought of you today when I was thinking about the Hago. It was such a wonderful experience. I still talk with some of the people from that time. One guy would take people on tours of New York City, and he'd go and get the best pizza. He'd stop at a few pizza joints and he'd try it out, and he'd talk to people on the street and ask them what their opinion of it was. It was fun.
It sounds like what lives really are.
It kind of is, yeah.
Different, like just a format of just people's homes.
Right.
Oh, sounds interesting.
So after I saw you today with your mom on that video, I'm an antique collector, and there was a big time of people getting hippos and hippos, like statues for your house. Yeah. And it was a big deal that people got these, and I had to figure out why. And it actually started in the 80s in Canada. And so when I went to, my husband said, if you bring one more hippo into this house, you're not coming along. So these came in my suitcase.
Miniature versions.
A pewter hippo and a ceramic hippo. So today I thought, I'm going to bring those. Those came from Virginia. I wrapped them up in a little flag.
That's so funny.
It was actually about, because they were trying to teach children in the 80s when the internet started, like the late 80s, of what was real and what wasn't. So they made a commercial, and you could go on YouTube and see the commercial. Because when I went to Canada on a cruise this last fall with my mom, I had to ask them, and they pulled it up for me. They showed a hippo sneaking around and eating the people's food. Is this real? No. So they were trying to teach kids. So the hippo became the house hippo, and it's like, good luck. So I have huge hippos in my house, and I've got these little small ones in every room. So Dora, you made me bring my hippo to the live tonight.
Cool.
So you're having to smuggle hippos into your house?
Yeah, because my husband was like dead serious. He's like, you are not buying another hippo.
How many do you have?
I couldn't even count, to be honest with you. I actually went
100, 200.
Not that many. I mean, if I have 100, that would be way a lot. But the point is, I went into a thrifter's store and I saw one like cement hippo, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. It was this big gray, and it was sitting sideways. And then a couple aisles down, there was another one that was sitting up straight, and so I had to get it. And when I did a Google search, there's actually a third. So I have the mom and one of the babies, and there's a third, and they're worth $1,000.
Wow.
Not that I'm selling them, but I'm like, no way. So yeah, my hippos. He can laugh all he wants, but you know, when we need food, I got the hippos.
You got the hippos. That's right.
Yeah.
No one can take your hippos away.
The kids are inheriting the hippos.
Yeah.
That's cute. Does anyone else collect anything weird and wonderful?
I collect keychains and Wizard of Oz memorabilia. That's about it. Oh, and refrigerator magnets. Ordinary things.
Not so ordinary, like the Wizard of Oz. What's that about? I mean, we know what it's about, but why Wizard of Oz?
Well, that's a very good question, and I'm not really sure. I've loved the movie my entire life. And we went to several years ago, probably 2 decades ago, we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is a hot touristy spot a couple of hours away from here. And there was a store that had tons of Wizard of Oz memorabilia and I Love Lucy and classic TV shows and all these wonderful things. Oh, yes. And I bought a bunch of things. And ever since then, I've just been collecting them. So I don't know. It just makes me happy.
Do you ever have that moment when you tell somebody you like something, like, oh, I like that, and then all of a sudden everybody thinks that that is the ultimate best thing, and you have 5 million of them?
Well, yeah, I get a lot of Wizard of Oz gifts, but I don't mind. I'm happy about that.
The strangest thing I have is a Walking Dead barbed wire baseball bat, one of Negan's.
From
What
the
is
TV
it?
show?
What is that? What is the Walking Dead? Is that a show?
Yeah, the TV
The
show.
Walking Dead
One of
show?
my friends got a wooden baseball bat and wrapped barbed wire around it and gave it to me as a gift.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's the
So you can
strangest thing I have.
So you can kill zombies with that, like they do in The Walking Dead?
No, I just keep it in case of any intruders.
Okay.
Dora, do you have
Yeah.
something that you like to bring home from your travels? Like, is there one, like a keychain, or is there something that you like to commemorate your trip from?
Yep. So, interestingly enough, I collect, the Hard Rock Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Hard Rock, yep. So most places have a Hard Rock Cafe. Unfortunately, they are starting to close down. So this is sadly probably a thing that I'm going to not be able to catch anymore. So what I do, because when you travel, like, I only have a backpack when I travel, like a 55-liter backpack. So I've limited space. So collecting like tea towels or spoons or things like that don't work for me. So I collect these little pins. So I don't know if you've seen them, but it's really little and they're light. So, and the good thing about them is, so for example, the one from Paris has the Eiffel Tower on it. So you can buy different things, like in London, you can have London Bridge.
And then do you pin them in your backpack?
No. So because then I would lose them. I don't want to lose them. I pin them on a big map of the world. So basically,
That's cool.
Yeah. So but I've got to logistically work it out because, in the background, while I'm muting every now and then, we're doing renovations at home, and my partner is literally banging stuff on the roof right next to me. So that's why I'm muting myself every now and then. So, but I'll squeeze in some things while I can. So I've got this big map, but the map is too heavy with all these pins on it. So good problems to have in the world.
That's it.
So I'm going to do is I'm going to put the map in a photo frame and then permanently put these pins on there. That's my plan. So at the moment they're not on the wall. They're in a
put them in a put it on a cork board.
That's true too. That's not a bad idea.
And then it could go in a frame when you're done with it.
Yeah, actually that's a good idea. So that's what I do. I collect the pins. But like for example, Luxembourg, I googled Hard Rock Cafe. They don't have one in Luxembourg. So I didn't collect anything from there. So I don't care. I'm okay with that. But that's what I do collect, the Hard Rock Cafe pins, if there's a cafe nearby.
Susan has asked, where is Christie from?
I'm from Canada.
So you know about the hippo.
I don't. That was my story. Never heard that story.
That's so funny.
How long ago was it?
I lived in Canada for a year. I've never heard about the hippos.
It must be like a legend.
But it actually started in the 80s, and I had just heard about it because everybody comes in the antique store and it comes in waves where people will ask for hippos. And so I got on board and I'm like, I want a hippo. So when I went to Canada on a cruise, I think I was at Peggy's Cove, and we stopped in a little gift store, and I asked, do you have any hippos? And they didn't. I said, do you even know why? Like, somebody told me it came from Canada. And so the lady pulled up a video of the hippos.
Is it a particular part in Canada, maybe?
I don't know. Truthfully,
Which
I don't
part
know.
of Canada are you in, Christie?
Pardon?
Which part of Canada?
I'm in Montreal, Quebec.
Oh, very nice.
It's okay.
Very nice.
So can you
My
speak
cousin.
French, Christie?
I do, yeah.
Ah.
We're forced to learn French in here.
So is French your first language then?
No, it's my third language.
Your third? What's your other language?
English. I'm Lebanese, so that would be
Ah,
yeah.
wow. I love that. That's another thing I love about travel is that, the languages. I
Yeah.
think coming from Australia, I feel we learn English, but because we're kind of so far away from many countries, it's hard to practice. So, the fact that, you learn, three languages,
Yeah.
I feel stupid. I mean, I'm half Indonesian and I really don't know much Indonesian. I can understand it, but I don't speak it very well because I'm just not practicing so much. And I think the thing about, Christy, you're living in Montreal, you get to practice English, French, and obviously with Lebanese, you probably speak with your family. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Languages are amazing, but when you were forced to learn them, it becomes a kind of resentment.
All right. Is that French? Then you resent?
Yeah, it's a lot of politics in here, and it's a bit of a sensitive issue, especially for Anglophones because they're trying to wipe us out. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, it's good to learn languages. Like you can't be in a country and not understand and speak the language that the people are speaking. It would be ignorant, So,
does anyone else know any other languages?
What?
Does anyone else know any other languages?
Just English for me.
A little bit of Yiddish.
Oh.
I've got a bit of French. I lived in New Caledonia for a few years. So I picked up some French there.
Oh, so you can speak it.
I have a food question
So
for Dora.
what about you, Christy? Like, what's been happening?
I'm sorry, you're
Sorry,
cutting.
Paula.
Go ahead. That's all right.
Paula.
I had a
Christy,
question.
what's been happening like with your?
Nothing.
Great, you go, Paula.
I'm sorry. Mine was a silly question for Dora. I wanted to know, Dora, if bread and cheese taste better in other countries. Because I loved watching you shop for the bread and the cheese in Luxembourg.
Funny. Yesterday, I went on a bit of an adventure because you have to have adventures at home too. So I went and bought a croissant, ham and cheese, and I can confirm tastes different in Australia to France. Confirmed.
I thought it might.
Yeah, sadly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Paula, I heard that chocolate in Canada tastes better than the one in the US.
Really?
But no, I don't know. I haven't tasted the chocolate in the US, but there's this guy, this YouTuber, who does commentaries or whatever on Canadian, everything, all Canadian. So I watched his video the other day. He's talking about chocolate or food in Canada versus the US, and he was tasting Canadian chocolate, and he said, "Wow, it tastes really better, like purer." So I can't.
That's good to know.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently so, yeah.
My cousins used to come to visit from Canada. They lived in Ottawa, and they always had to get chocolate licorice.
Oh.
Had to have chocolate licorice. Didn't matter what we did the whole visit, but Nancy and Larry had to get their chocolate licorice.
Oh, I've never tried that.
I didn't know there was such a thing as chocolate licorice.
It was a Chicago thing because I haven't seen it around here.
I went to a cheese festival last year, and they were selling like cheese that had chocolate in it and cheese that had whiskey in it and all the different kinds of cheeses. And the one with chocolate in it, it was actually quite nice.
I'm sure chocolate goes with everything.
Yes, it does.
And Tracy is with us from Live in the
That's
Wild
an
West.
unusual combination. Chocolate and
It
biscuits.
is. Let's all give Tracy a hand for her fabulous live yesterday.
Yes, I heard about this.
Good job, Tracy.
And you dance, Tracy. Woohoo!
I don't know Tracy. What's her channel?
It's Tracy in the Wild West, The Art of Living.
Oh,
Life in the Wild West.
I don't know her.
If you look
You
at the
got to
comments,
find Tracy.
Christy, if you look
Yeah.
in the comments, you can see the
Yes.
handle.
Where? On the chats?
Yeah, in the comments. Yeah.
You'll love Tracy's channel. She was so nervous about going live, and it was one of the most successful lives I've ever seen. She had like 40 people at one time.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
I told her, I said to her, I emailed her and I said to her, just be prepared to be overwhelmed by all the comments coming through. I literally just said, you'll be fine. Just be prepared to be overwhelmed. Like if you've got, but how can you be like really? I'm sure it was a shock to you, Tracy.
And don't we
actually.
who do we
Because I-
is
like,
Susan that's all paranoid about doing her first live? Paula?
It's Brenda. We were talking to Brenda last night about doing her first live.
Yeah, after Tracy did hers, Brenda's
Right.
like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. And I said, watch this. And so Paula goes, Allison, you gonna do it? I'll be your backup. So I go, okay, let me go in the backyard. And I hit live.
You just did it.
What was
You
Tracy
jumped
live
out of
about?
that. Were you at a restaurant? You were in the
I
restaurant,
just-
right? You left the restaurant.
Yeah, you guys, I tried going in the bathroom so that I could watch the live, but the bathroom was in the center of the building and I lost connection. I went from being at my aunt's house and she would not
know.
let me alone to coming home and having a house full of company. I need alone time.
You do. Well, you can hang out with us. You're kind of alone.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. But yeah, so I just jumped. I went in the backyard and I jumped on.
But you're
and
so
I said,
funny. You're so funny.
I said, this is for her. I said, we're going to get her to do her live, and this is how easy it is. And then I just started talking about some of the things in my backyard and that we're having the birthday party for my dog because he's turning 13.
And then Peter came on. Peter came on your live.
Yeah, Peter popped in there, and it was
I
just
did.
a little, it was
I know
just a
you lay
little
that. You lay
ramble.
that challenge down.
Yeah.
Allison showed Brenda how easy it is.
I heard you saying, "See, Brenda." Just going now. See, Brenda. This is just how you do it, and this is how you do it, and I want you to do it, and I'm doing it. I've literally just jumped out of the restaurant. You were so funny.
Well, I told her, Allison and I both told Brenda, or maybe Peter too, told Brenda in our chat, with this community, there's no way that someone's not going to show up.
Yeah,
We'll all be
absolutely
there.
not.
Yeah, and I just make sure that I have somebody like that's got my back, because when I was at my aunt's house, like in her neighborhood, there is literally the cemetery with 4 gravestones, but it has got a fence around it, and it's in this lovely neighborhood, right? And I'm always amazed by it. So every time I go, I have to walk I have to walk down there. It's 4 houses away from her. And so I knew that I could not watch my screen and talk and walk at the same time. I just don't do that. I can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. So Paula got on so she could read it to me and say, oh, so and so just popped in, and then I could talk to that person as I was walking, because that's the only way I knew I could do it. So if you got somebody to have your back, then you can walk and talk.
And
So
somebody
I was talking.
to get rid of the weirdos.
Yeah, she's a good
Oh,
weirdo.
yeah.
Snapper outer.
Paula was all over that yesterday.
I was all over that weirdo. Yeah.
She was on him like white on rice.
Yeah, I really enjoy getting the
Christy,
weirdos
how
off of the
did you find
live.
your live this week?
Was that question
Christy,
for
how was
Christy?
your live this week? How did you feel about it?
Talking to me?
Yes.
It was good. It was good. I never announced it. 'cause it
Yes,
was
sorry.
last
I've got
minute,
like
but
I've got like a little bit of a delay sometimes, so I don't mean to.
yeah, there's a delay. No, it was good. I was a little nervous, but I was able to do it. I actually had maybe 16 people at some point, and then it jumped to 6 and then to 2. So my first live was the best, and then the others were so-so. But keep practicing.
You did
Everyone
so
you
good.
do is
Did you
to
say you had
practice. That's true.
16 at one point?
Yeah, but there were, I think, 3 people in the comments. Then I had to get off. Then I went back on, and I lost most of them.
I remember the very first
You
one
did
I
so
did. I
well.
was looking.
You
I
did
was
so
looking
well.
back through my.
And did you
I
say
was
that was your
thinking
second one, or was that your very first one?
that was her
What?
third one.
It was my third one when you girls were there.
Oh, it was your
Yeah.
third.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Good job.
I was looking back at my first live. Allison was the first person to come on to my live and the first person I talked to on my live. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was just sitting out in the field on the gator, which is like a side-by-side, while Randy was cutting up trees. And I thought, I think I'll go live and see what it's like. And there I did, and there was Allison.
Well, I did my first live right after
Yeah.
I filmed one of
It's
my
really
videos.
it's really one of your things.
Go on, Christie.
Okay, so I was thinking, I just filmed a video. I'm all like ready and whatever. I don't have to worry about getting ready. Let's do it. It was just unplanned, last minute. Because if I had announced it and everything, it would have been too much pressure on me. So I would have felt more nervous and stressed out, and I had to make it on time and all that extra stress for nothing. So
Good
Yeah.
idea.
and it worked out well like that for me.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
And you looked so beautiful in that blue you
And
were
you've done
wearing. That is
3 now.
definitely your
Like
color.
that's incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, these colors are nice in the summer.
And Karen, you've done so many lives now. I don't even know how many lives you've done.
So I've done, I don't know either, but I've done 1 live on my own. But I've noticed a few more lives happening around the place. Like, like we had the big creators, didn't we? The big 4 or 3 that I knew of. Didn't we have Rob, Alexa? Who's our guy? Brian Johnson. He was running it, wasn't he? Do you remember? Like, did Susan flag? Did she take a photo of Brian Johnson had Rob the Maritimer, Alexa, and someone else I didn't know?
I missed it.
And wasn't it Ty?
Did you guys
Ty
see
with the
that?
other guy.
That was a few days ago. I
Oh,
missed
is
it.
it Ty Lopez or something? Is it?
Yeah, something like
yeah.
that.
True.
Yeah, I haven't watched it or watched the replay, but I can certainly see Brian Johnson trying some new things. Like, do you guys all watch his channel? Does he call himself Brian G. Johnson? Does he? Or
I watch
do you guys watch his channel?
Yeah.
I don't watch any of the big YouTubers. They frustrate me. I just stick with them.
Okay, guys, so the hippo has 1.9 million views, and it's from 18 years ago. And it's
18 years.
a house hippo commercial in Canada.
That is good to know.
Okay.
I knew you'd want to know. And Bruce
I
did it.
wanted to know.
Yeah.
Bruce
Christie wants to know where those
Bruce
hippos
only
are in
has
Canada.
815 subscribers, but he got millions of views.
Wow. It's something when none of us knew except for Allison. You've educated us tonight.
I've never heard of it.
Now you're going to want a house hippo.
So, yeah. So what are people's plans like for, I don't know, like lives, or like, has anyone sort of had any reflections on their channels this week? I mean, Dora, like, that is so inspirational. All your lives, 101 hours over the month. That is so inspirational, isn't it?
It is. It's fun.
We're
but
inspired.
obviously keeping in mind that I can't maintain those hours because I'm not traveling right now. So, which is fine, but it just shows you that if you are somewhere interesting, like it might even be, like, for example, I did test this in Australia too. Yesterday, I was on an adventure in Brisbane City and I was on a City Cat, so I did a live. And I got a few people watching. I even got a new subscriber out of it. So if you go somewhere interesting at your home in your backyard, do a live if you feel the need.
That's what I was thinking, because with having all the company here and being out of town, the easiest thing for me to do was a live.
Yeah.
Just to keep my channel, up there, getting views.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
So
why I started doing lives to begin with, because I was posting 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then that became too much for me. Like, I was doing YouTube nonstop, so I went down to twice a week, and then I figured, maybe I could fill in the blanks a little bit with lives in between.
What about you, Peter? Do you have any plans for a live?
I might try and do a live maybe around end of the month. I'm in the process of sorting out a second bedroom upstairs, turning that into a studio. So I'll be doing my lives from there. But I just need to wait until I've got it all sorted out, and then I can get some going. But I think some of my lives I would maybe do like whoever jumps in the live, like if I have guests on like this one, I would maybe do like a little fun quiz, like find an online quiz, just to like mix things up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watch two channels, and sometimes they have trivia night. Like on Saturday nights, they'll go live and they'll play a trivia game, and those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to stick to Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, so do you know,
now.
like,
Go ahead, Karen.
Just do you mean once a week? Do you mean like you'll do once a week on Sunday afternoons?
For now, yeah. Now, don't quote me, and don't. That's not like written in blood or anything. Because if I'm up in the field with the cows and I get bored, I might whip out my phone and go live. But I will probably do Sunday afternoons at 2 on my back porch this summer. And the good thing is, Susan was on my live. Susan joined my live last Sunday. She tries to join whenever she can, and she got 2 new subscribers from my live, which I thought was really cool.
definitely, that's
How do you know that? How you got those subscribers?
Well, Susan,
or do you know because of the names that you see?
The names, yeah. Susan met these 2 individuals on my live, and then they found her channel and subscribed to her. Yeah, and I got
amazing.
And I got 2 new subscribers from my last live as well.
That's cool.
Okay.
I got
Well, I'll pick up on. Sorry, Christy, you go.
I got 3 subscribers from my first live, and I got 1 or 2 subscribers from your lives, Miss Paula.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's cool.
I was just going to say, jump on people's lives, because, like you said,
So
Paula,
how do you know? Actually, how do you know when someone?
Because they tell you.
Yeah.
They tell you in the comments.
Mm.
They say, "Oh,
but it's hard to see. Like if your number goes up, you see it in the comment. Oh, you mean they'll say I've subscribed?
Yeah,
they will. Yeah.
What I've noticed with the chat is it's got the person's YouTube handle in the chat next to the little avatar, and it'd be so much easier if you could just click on that and then like Rather than it just saying report or block, it would say like subscribe. So you could subscribe to a channel from directly in the chat room.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. And Karen, also, I can click see your subscribers when I go to my channel, and I'll often see people that I know I met on that live. Can everybody do that? Can everybody go to
Right.
see your subscribers?
It's your superpower.
It's my superpower.
Yeah, it's just
I
you.
like it.
I can see mine too.
Ooh, you have a superpower too.
I do.
I bet all of you have the superpower. So I'm looking down through here and I see lots of people that I met on my lives or somebody else's live. So yeah, Dora, I totally agree. Jump on lives of other people and participate in the comments.
It's all about the comments.
It's
And
all
also-
about the comments.
And also, if you get invited to a live, that's another thing too. Like Karen, you know, Coach Reen Mean. I jumped on her live.
Yes.
Do you know? I don't know if you guys know the Source, Doran from Hawaii. He's doing big stuff on lives, and every time I jump on a live with him in the comments or even online on the live, I get lots of subscribers too.
He was on Tracy's live last night.
Yeah, Doran.
Okay, tell us.
The
Do you want,
Source.
yeah. How do you spell that name?
Okay, let me just get it for you because it's different. The Source. You have to look up The Source 479.
The
He
Source.
does. Yep, The Source. But if you Google, not Google, but when you put it in the chat, The Source won't work. You have to go The Source 479 at The Source 479.
Okay.
So what he does, I met him doing the 30-day challenge when I first started really posting last year, and there was lots of how I know Tracy. So 30-day challenges was good because I met a whole little community of people. But Doran has taken lives to the over the top, but in a good way. He's doing about 3 or 4 lives a day, and he basically has just literally skyrocketed. He's on now. Give me a second. I just need to. My computer is trying to send text messages and. So what he does
His name
really
is
well.
Doran. Interesting. Yep.
Yeah, Doran. So what he does is he does these lives and he pulls everyone together and he gets lots of people on lives like you're doing, Karen. But what he does is he highlights people, like because he's starting to get so many followers from this. He shares like, okay, this is Dora. You know, you should check her out because XYZ. So then people check me out and then they follow me. He shares them in the posts. He's now doing paid subscriptions, so that if you pay for his subscription, then he'll shout you out. So he's making a little bit of money out of it too now. So
I thought wasn't that against YouTube's rules and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you get paid for it. If it's free, it's okay. And I know
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, and I know there was like a YouTuber who was doing it a few years ago and he stopped because apparently it was bringing in the wrong crowds for people.
There is a huge dispute going on with a YouTuber, and somebody called her out on it right now.
Oh,
trying to get him.
The one that got viral last year?
Yes, that's
yeah.
I watched the channel, that keeps talking about.
Just check him out, Karen. He's a really good guy.
Yes.
He wouldn't be doing anything bad, but I know there's a little bit of a weird thing going on in there, but he's doing really well out of it. If you make a friend with him, which you will, go on his live, say Dora sent you, then he'll know the connection and then he'll have a chat. And he'll invite you on. So he uses StreamYard too, and he'll send you a link.
And did you say there was someone else as well?
Sorry.
Did you say that there was? Did you say there was another person too that was doing like doing some stuff with lives, or did you mention a couple of people, or just Doran?
Oh yeah, Coach. You know Coach Mean American lady that does gym.
Oh, the coach. Oh, yes.
Coach.
Oh,
Yeah,
so does she?
Coach, she does lots of lives. So I've jumped on her live before, and through Coach Mean, there's Jazz. I think no, Kiss Jazz or something. There's so many. Like if you for example, like Doran has a whole connection there. Coach Mean has a whole connection.
Are you talking about Jay or something?
Yeah, Jay. Oh, I can't remember her name either.
They're going with like a certain hashtag now on YouTube, the group.
Yep. Are you locked in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that a lot of that's come from Doran too, from doing a 30-day challenge like last month, I think. They wanted you to use
Dora. He's in the same crowd.
Yeah, he's in the same crowd. He's the Source 77479.
Oh, Source, the Source thing. Oh, I didn't know that was his real name.
Yeah, so he has a name, Doran. Yeah. So it's interesting. So I think that's the big thing is jumping on people's lives.
There's actually someone on that from that group who was gaining 100 subscribers per week.
And do you know what else too? Because I've been thinking about just how sort of like our community is growing and we're getting to know each other more and everything. And I thought to myself, like, I always used to wonder, well, actually kind of hope that, oh gosh, I'd love to go on a live at some point. And how do you get on a live? How do you do a live and all of that? I didn't really know about you could do a live on your own. And it's interesting that like now that we're doing them, but like, I'm just even thinking now, like, I guess a lot of maybe, I don't know, but maybe there'd be a lot of like beginner YouTubers, because when you're under 100, we all know what that's like to be like you, Peter, like you were on 13 and then you were suddenly on 15 and then you wake up and you're on 21. That is so exciting. Like
yes.
I'm only not that far ahead of you. Most of us are just on the few hundred. Yeah, probably all of us. Yeah, all of us are on a few hundred in our group. Yeah. So we know what that's like, but I was thinking that that could be a thing where just when we get to know people, like, let's just do lives with people who are like Emmy from Number One Ladies Club. Remember, she was talking about how she used to shout out like really like people with 30-something subs and everything. And then she said at some point, she lost some subscribers because maybe some people were put off that. Well, maybe they weren't really into her chat, like, why would you do that? But I don't know. I think it could be a thing where it's just good to just help people and just get some exposure and,
what my biggest concern
with these
things are is when you have a niche on YouTube. I know a lot of us don't, but I do. And it's hard when you want to do these things because you're going to get subscribers that are potentially not even interested in your content. And that's what's going to become like dead subscribers. Because they're not going to engage, they're not going to watch your videos. So they'll actually harm your channel. So I'm very careful when it comes to these things, shout outs or like joining certain groups. And I was following the lady you talked about, Jay, before. I was watching her videos and engaging, but I was getting subscribers that were not watching my videos. And then they would expect me to sub back to them. And they would actually send me a message and say, just subbed and sub back or subscribed and waiting or done and waiting. And, I actually made a whole video on that. That's how frustrating it was. Yeah. And that actually really hurt my channel because I was getting subscribers. And then when I don't subscribe to their channels because they're completely off my niche and they're going to mess up my algorithm, then they would unsub. And then, I don't know, maybe they'll watch 1 or 2 minutes of my videos. Yeah. I don't know what they were doing. So to me, I'm scared when it comes to these things because I want to have my niche. I don't want to be a no niche channel. It's not going to work for me. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Oh yeah, it's interesting too. I've seen like Reva reveals really address it really publicly with her
Yeah.
channel and make videos on it. And now she's got like rules and things like that are quite obvious now that say no sub for sub, gather here, blah, blah, blah. So she's really actively trying to stamp that out on her channel, because those people just rush there. They just obviously have got the notifications on, they rush there and they just sort of try and do that. So yeah. She's onto that, and she's just like clearing those people out as well.
Yeah, it's really bad for the channel.
So yeah, it's just all about like sussing it out, isn't it? Like what people are doing, and also just to even get ideas. You know, part of it is just to like get ideas, like, oh, okay, is there something about what they're doing that, you know, resonates with me, and I might want to try that or whatever. So yeah,
But I
it's
think
good to like just try new stuff. Like you, Christie, you jumped into the lives. I've only done one live by myself, so you know you're braver than me. I've literally just done one on my own, but yeah, it's good to try new things.
How does your life go? You're solo.
So the other interesting thing too is Mel runs things. Do you guys know her channel? Like, I think some of us do. She's a Kiwi living like in the Hawke's Bay, but that won't mean anything to you.
Did you say Mel Robbins?
So do you know what? So her lives, Mel runs things. Are you on hers, Peter? Do you know? Are you subscribed to her channel?
I'll have to check.
So she's at Mel Runs Things, and that was something that I hadn't seen before, because I guess I've not really. Maybe I haven't had my notifications all turned on fully, because you know how you can't do it from your phone to turn on all, but you have to be on your computer to like really actually remember to go back to that person to switch on all notifications, not just personalized or whatever. But anyway, I jumped in on one of her lives, and she was literally doing an art and craft project, and she'd been going for like maybe 3 hours by the time she finished. Right. So was it you, Paula, that talked about suggesting to Susan like she could be going live? Was it you that said that she could go live and just be doing one of her watercolors or one of her paintings?
I think when I said that, I was actually talking to Brenda, because she's a crafty person, and I thought if she was hesitant to go live with just talking, she could be doing some kind of crafting. But yes, Susan could totally do that too with her watercolors. That would be a wonderful live.
Yes.
I just talk because I don't do anything.
You know, that was incredible, because she was.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're very comfortable with that too, aren't you? You're very comfortable and very confident.
I am.
And but to see Mel, she just had the camera looking down, and she was doing like a little diamond thing where she sort of was like a little paint by numbers type of thing, but she was like making this picture for her mum. But
my wife does
then every now and then she would just sort of like pause, pop into the comments, back. Right. But I thought that was phenomenal, because I've seen her book more of them, and like she's got them all scheduled because she's on a mission to get this piece of art finished for a gift for her mum. But that was quite phenomenal. Like by the time I jumped on, she'd been going for 2.5 hours or something, and she was like, look, I really do have to go now because I've got my dinner and my life to carry on with. But that's a pretty amazing idea, I think.
Yes, I thought so too. The
Maybe
only
that's
thing
what
I know how
do
to
with my craft thing, because I have so many hours of taped stuff, and because you know me and my editing, I think I'm going to hire somebody just to edit the stuff, because I have so many interviews and so many things I've done that need to get up. But maybe I'll just go live and do one of my craft projects.
Oh, you should do that. That would be wonderful. Can you do the resin jewelry on the live, or is that too complicated?
No, it's easy. I just did a video on it. I just did another video on it, but I have to edit it, and it's like,
Yeah, you should just do more lives. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, because that way you don't have to edit. That's the
yeah, that's
simplest
what
way,
yeah.
And I'm retired. I can moderate for you unless I'm out on the lake on my new boat. I
know.
might even moderate then.
I'm still waiting for an invitation. Thanks, Hilda.
Okay, Mitzi, I'll get right on that.
Okay.
Lives are just fun. I
But
love
haven't you gone
lives.
live, Alison, doing, was it painting? Weren't you painting some furniture, Alison, and you were live?
You
Oh
were,
yeah,
Allison.
I didn't do it live though, did I? Yeah, did I
Painting
do
some
it live?
drawers, maybe?
You did. Oki and I were there. It was late
Yeah,
one evening.
yeah, that it was one night.
I thought that was
my
alive.
husband
I
still
thought
in
that was alive. I
Oklahoma.
thought.
It was.
Yeah, I finally got that furniture done. Like they were walking in the house, and I had still not showered. I was coming down with all the paintbrushes. They're still here.
The paintbrushes,
The family,
the family, the family.
his family.
How long are they staying?
And Tracy is saying the
Monday.
cool thing about lives is no edit.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, that's
Is
what
it-
I think will be
Is it
helpful.
tomorrow that Karen, you've got the live talking about the stand store?
Yes, the European girls, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
with
that's their sort of like, that's 8 o'clock at night for me, 8 a.m. in the morning for them.
Well,
They're
can
doing
you tell
stand
me more
store.
about?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the stand store? Because I saw it in one of your announcements, but I didn't understand what is that you were trying to talk about.
Got it. Yes. So what it was is I'll give credit to Reva because first of all, the only reason I know about Stand Store is because one day I was like looking through, she's got like a lot of offerings and things, right? And her descriptions. So I saw like she had a Stand Store and I remember thinking, I don't know about that. So I clicked on it and you basically go into a platform. It's like an all-in-one, one-stop shop. And this is
I
the
know what the
difference
Stand
between,
Store
for
is.
example, so you can do your newsletters in there.
Sorry, I know what.
Oh, there's a
Stand Store
creator
is.
challenge at the moment. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because I was on Stand Store last year at some point. But what is? Yeah, there was a challenge or something. I haven't heard of it.
Got it. Yes. Okay. Yes. So Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO, he's just become a co-founder in the Stand Store. So he's massively, like about 2 weeks ago, he's announced it. So he's massively promoting it now. And there's a 30-day creator challenge on at the moment, all of the month of June. So it is free to go in there and just like have a play. And you can even like start going, like you can use the links and everything. And yeah, so it's free. And
because they usually give
so
14
up until
days,
the end of June, and they've got like prizes if people do a lot.
So it's usually 14
Yeah,
days.
so I think
maybe
it's
this
30
time
days.
it's
I
30.
think it is just until the month of June.
Oh.
How are you finding it,
And
Karen?
I think the creator challenge as well is they've got prizes.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
the thing is like, I mean, I've really just signed up to it or joined it because A, it's free for a month, so you can have a good play, right? You don't need to like put the link up anywhere. You can just start designing, like have a go at designing digital products or like what is it like to create a newsletter within there and all of that stuff. So to me, I love these things for being like a giant sand pit. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to tell anyone, you know, like I'm not necessarily the month of June going to actually put a link out onto my description or anything like that. I'm literally just going to have a good old play with it, you know, and it doesn't cost me anything. So I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh, So I love that. And I've been researching digital products during the week and just like yesterday I started making something. So yeah, I just like the fact that it's a one-stop shop. And instead they say of like having a newsletter subscription over here and having a something over there.
Yeah.
It's kind of all in one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
If you're interested in online shopping, there's a channel called Jo Wildsmith. She does, have you heard of pods? Passive, there's some like, it's online.
What is it?
It's called pods. Okay, her name is Jo Wildsmith. She's English and she does lots of teaching you how to do passive selling online. So have a check out her channel. She's interesting. She's friends with Jazz and yeah, we all met her through the 30-day challenge. She's interesting. But if you're looking at online stuff, have a look at Joe Wildsmith.
Joe Wildsmith. Okay, interesting. Great. Yeah, and I think what it is too, Peter, is I think that some of the European girls like Marv and Pernilla and Marie and Jazz, they were all like, oh yeah, they're going to jump in on it too and have a bit of a go, because I guess most people have like had a bit of a go of like trying to make something and get their heads around what kind of digital product might they make if they want to try and sell something or a giveaway or build a newsletter or something like that. So just once a week for the next 4 weeks, we're just going to have a bit of a chat about it and like, okay, have you made anything this week and how have you been finding it? And then just a general chit chat.
So you're just going to make it.
What about you, Peter? Are you interested in the Stan store, or have you signed up?
I haven't signed up because I haven't got, at the moment, I haven't got the first clue about any type of digital products to sell. But I know that when I do get my head around how to create digital products, there's a lot of things that I could teach. So it's something that I will look into. But that is like the 100-meter sprint, and at the moment I'm just getting ready to start jogging. So that's like a little bit down the line for me.
Yeah.
I think by the time
one of the things that Pernilla from @MindOnMind.
Yes, I'm subscribed to her.
Sorry, Peter.
I belong to the community because of my cricket.
Yeah, sorry, Peter. What did you say? By the time I get?
Oh, by the time I get to the this kind of subscriber level that you girls are onto at the moment, by the time I hit that, you'll be where like Alexa, Siri over and Rob with their subscribers. So by the time I get to like 500, you'll be on the 40,000s. So I'll be able to, the courses that I'll be buying your courses and then learning from you guys.
Not me. I'm not going to do a course.
Yeah, I mean, one of the interesting things I think that Pernilla from @MindOnMind talked about is she said you can get the transcript of your, like if you've got a video where you think that you've really got some real value to share, she said, you can get the transcript of your video, put it into ChatGPT and ask it to come up with like a digital product for you, and that can be even a free giveaway to think about. You know what I mean? Like just either to build a newsletter in the future or something, but like it can be a little freebie as well that you can just say, and you can collect email like for the future if you ever wanted to like have a newsletter or something. But I thought that was extremely inspired. Like put the transcript into ChatGPT, and just see where like for example, my fair one, she said to me, well, Karen, like you've got some pointers in there. If you put the transcript in and just see what digital products come out, and there just might be, one or two things that fall out of that could be, worth looking at. So that's like fun conversations to have, right? People are just like, you're just sitting around.
Yeah.
It's really easy to create a digital product with the help of ChatGPT once you know what problem you want to solve. I took a lot of courses last year about all kinds of digital marketing and creating digital products. So I've been wanting to create one, but my only issue is that I don't have my niche nailed down 100% yet. So I don't know exactly what I want to create. But once I get that answered, then it's very easy. The most important thing is just to nail the problem that you want to solve, and then you can create the digital products so easily.
And make sure you get your LLC, guys. If you're gonna step out that far, make sure you get your LLC so that somebody can't say, like
you guys, yeah.
Would everyone do me a quick favor? Would everyone wave to my girl Mia? Mia's one of my former students, and she's on. Everybody say hi, Mia.
Hello.
Hi, Mia.
Hello, Mia. Love you, Mia. Thank you.
Hey, Mia. Mia girl. Hey, guys, at least our gloves guy has gone away. Was it Spongy Gold before told us to get rid of the gloves guy? Did you see
Yeah.
that, Paula?
Oh, was that earlier tonight?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I was trying to-
think
I was
that's
trying
when
to-
I was.
It
That's
was
when I was
Sam.
trying to
was, and
fix my
I was
laptop.
trying to click on the gloves guy.
Oh, he must have been a troll for
His
Spongy.
name was Sam, and I was wondering if he was. Don't you have a son named Sam, Karen?
Oh no, but I think is Susan's son Sam? No, mine's Geordie.
Oh,
But
Jordy.
what is Susan's son's name? Do you know, Paula?
I
Do you
just thought it
remember?
was one of your sons
Young
that was
Geordie.
asking you for
But
love.
Spongy must have. Spongy must have
Literally
had
just- you know
experience.
what? Oh, guys, listen to this. Do you know what? Spongy goes, get rid of that gloves guy. He's a real perv. He's just into gloves and all kinds of weird gloves. So then I'm like, okay. So I'm then looking on all my instructions, kind of like hovering around. And then I accidentally click on him. And he's the only comment I think that I've actually put him onto the video. Like, gloves man.
That's
Oh
hilarious.
my goodness!
Like literally, like I cannot even see. I wouldn't even know how to boot anyone off if they came on doing the wildest things. I can tell you, because if I hover over the dots, it says this comment is on a guest's destination. Only your guest can delete the comment or ban the user. So, and then I don't want to press the star because that might make them a VIP. So and then I tried to click on the guy's like channel, and that popped him onto the thing. So. And we don't know why yours is coming up 3 times, Dora, do we?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Have a look around on your thing, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah, we don't know.
I missed that.
And is
That
it a bit
must have been when
glitchy
I
for
was
you
working on my
guys? Like, is it a
laptop.
little bit delayed?
Oh,
Can I ask a
I seen that pop up earlier.
Yeah.
Like something popped up on the screen for like a second.
Can I
Was
ask a
Spongy?
question? Guys,
Yeah,
how
I'm like
I've
going, okay.
noticed, guys, I've just noticed Paula, Allison, and Karen. Well, obviously Karen, because you've invited us. So you know how you're going live on your own channels too, but I'm not going live on my channel. So I just wondered how that works.
Okay, lesson learned. I learned last week.
Good.
You have to log into YouTube Studio before you log into
Streamlabs.
before you log into this live stream thing.
Now I did not have to do that when I made my account with what are we on, StreamYard or you live, whatever you call. It just offered me the choice
Yep.
to stream it onto my
Yep.
channel. A little
But-
box came up on the upper right.
But
It didn't
last
do
time when I
Boy.
did the StreamYard, it didn't go to my channel. So this time I made sure I logged into my studio. And then when I went into StreamYard, it said, do you want to put this on your channel? And I said, yes.
Okay. Dora, you didn't have a little box come up at the upper right saying stream to your channel?
It hasn't this time, but when I logged on originally to join up, it asked me that question. I said yes.
Hmm.
So I
You
don't
might
know.
have to go Allison's way then. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Peter, is
Question
it
for you.
streaming on your channel?
I'm looking you up, Alison. Are you streaming to your channel right now?
Yeah.
It will
No,
be on mine, but Alison, is
Hi,
it streaming
Christie's
on yours?
daughter.
Great.
Yeah.
No?
hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Christie's daughter.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi.
How nice to have you with us.
She missed me.
We hear that you're a wonderful singer.
Yeah.
That's terrific. You
Yes.
must be very
We've been
proud.
hearing about your singing this week.
Do you want to talk about your singing or you just want to sit there and watch?
I wanted to sit here.
That's okay. You can do that. No problem.
Yes, she's so shy. That's why I was so surprised when she went up there and sang. I was like, I still can't believe it.
I was so shy when I was a child. Oh, So shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Were you
happened?
really, Paula?
Oh my God. Yeah, Peter, you're funny. What happened? I was
You know what?
so
Not
shy.
only what happened, but she's been a school counselor. Not everyone's up for that, right?
21 years as school counselor got me out of my shyness. Yes. It's funny though. I can talk for hours in front of a room full of children or probably middle schoolers, but if you put me in a room full of adults, it's like I have paste in my mouth. I don't like to talk in front of a room full of live adults. Not that you all are dead, but
I was going to say, what are we all dead?
Say that.
yeah.
We're semi-live. We're
Online
only
we can do it.
semi-live.
But when they would ask me to do talks for the faculty, I did not enjoy that. My mouth went dry and I stuttered, and yeah. I don't know. I'm just not shy anymore. I guess I outgrew it. I guess I'm at the age and I just think whatever, who cares?
Yeah. Just be
Yeah.
you.
It must come with getting old.
Yeah.
Peter, you're not old enough
That's
yet
it.
to understand. You're only in your 40s.
Old enough to understand what?
How I grew out of my shyness.
Oh, I've never been shy, so I don't have that kind of
You don't
issue,
have to worry
thankfully.
about that.
I never grew out of it.
Maybe you
Stop.
will. You're not 60 yet either, Christie. You're only what? You may not want to tell your age, but yeah, you're probably just too young.
Not necessarily. But I do good with one-on-one, but when there's a group of people, I tend to go quiet. I think that's the introvert side of me.
Maybe so. Well, I've been trying to get Jennifer, introvert in
You know what,
Alaska,
too, though?
to do a
It's-
live.
Yeah, she's an introvert too, so it's not easy for us to be in a group setting.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I want to jump off in a second because my partner's literally banging away on the roof. I don't know if you can hear that, but I just wanted to ask a question on. I just joined up to StreamYard and I've got the free version for 1 week. I'm not paying for this after, but Karen, you're paying for the StreamYard, aren't you?
Yes. So hang on. So there's two different things. One
Okay.
is you didn't need to sign up to a trial. So you can just sign up to StreamYard. You've got a free account.
I've heard that now.
So that just allows you that when someone else asks you, yeah. So the thing is, it doesn't matter about having a trial, but you don't need to. The fact that you've just got to log in like a username and a password will let you just jump in on the link. So that's what that is. So you can just let your trial lapse. And I've got a paid version because I don't have a watermark. But to be honest, I've seen the watermark as well. And I don't know if it's not full functionality, but the watermark doesn't look too huge and crazy. But I think that's the difference between paid and non-paid.
Well,
but you don't need to have a paid version. You just need to have an account.
Yeah, I realized that last night when I joined up, but I thought I'd take advantage of the first week for free. And Jazz told me that you can add videos and photos and stuff and share your screen. So it's like Zoom. You can kind of do a whole presentation. So I'm going to do that tonight. I'm actually going to take advantage of that. So I'm doing a live tonight at 9:00 Brisbane time. And I'm going to share my Samoa experience by showing photos and videos. And I'm just going to do it every night just to take advantage of the free version.
Wow.
And then lapse.
Yes.
I don't know. Have you done that? Have you shared your screen?
So
can you do that? Just show me what you do. Can you share your screen and show us how that works?
Well, for example, so for example, media assets, I don't have anything in here at the moment. I would need to probably just upload a couple of things because I think I cleared them out. But for example, under media assets, you can just save. The interesting thing is, this is the interesting thing. So if you've got like vertical photos, they will just appear right in the middle of your screen. Like if you can see 6 boxes right now, they'll be over the middle 2 people. So what I've actually gone and if you do a horizontal video, like for YouTube, then it covers the whole screen. And if you've got the horizontal photos, it covers the whole screen. But do you know what? All I did when I first did that is I just wriggled slightly over so that, and I made a joke of it. And so the person could actually see me off to the side. You know what I mean? It wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
Just roll with it and be natural, which you're very good at that. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
a very
Cool.
natural person.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good to know. Cool.
So what time
Well,
is that? So that what time is that for me? Would
9
that be
a.m.
11
So that'll be
p.m.
11
if you're
o'clock
going
your
9
time,
p.m.
11 o'clock your time. Yeah. So I'm going to
tomorrow, like
Tonight.
Sunday, tonight. Oh, yeah. So
So-
you're tonight 9 p.m. My 11 p.m.
Yep.
Okay. I'll look out for you.
Okay.
So what
Cool.
time is that for me?
So you're UK, so that'll be morning U time, I think. So UK is 9 hours behind Brisbane.
Okay. How many hours from now? Let's go. How many hours from now?
Oh, okay. So
Okay, 1 o'clock. 8 hours from now. 8 hours
Yeah.
from now, Peter. So if it's nearly 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 10 hours from now.
yeah.
1 o'clock for me now, nearly. Plus
Oh,
10
yeah,
hours,
that'll
it's
be-
11 p.m. for me. 10 hours.
Yeah, I'll jump on.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Peter.
Yeah.
I'll jump on, show some
And you
support.
can figure out how to move through, like hiding in the corner. Hello, how you going? There's my picture. There's my video.
Yeah. So if you've got the horizontal, take the whole thing up. But if it's just got
Okay.
that, you'll just have
Okay.
to kind of go something like this and just kind of go, oh, yep, and blah, 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 like that.
Okay,
And then you can
cool.
see you. So
All right,
you'll
cool.
be fine.
All right. Well, nice to see you.
Amazing girl. See you later.
Nice to see you, Karen. Nice to see you, Paula, because I obviously knew you two girls. But it was nice to meet you, Christie and Peter and Allison.
You too, definitely.
So I'm added Christie and Allison already last night when I saw you in the emails.
Right.
But
I
I'll
added
add
you
you,
too.
Peter, now that I know yours. So nice to meet you. Like I said,
You too.
jumping on a live. We've met some new friends. So hi, new friends.
Beautiful.
Bye,
Love
new
it.
friends.
See you,
Bye,
Dora.
guys.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll catch up another
Bye.
time for another live, okay?
I'm gonna go too because they're doing
Absolutely.
family
See you
game
tonight.
night.
Have fun, Allison.
Bye, guys.
I love
All
you.
right.
Text
See
me
you,
later.
Allison. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
How do I get out of here? We go.
I've been
Oh,
watching
amazing.
some of
Was that-
these.
did-
It reminds me of the video, one of the videos I was watching today, one of Hilda's videos about the YouTube gurus. And I was watching some of them, and they say like the most affordable YouTube studio. And they're like the best budget studio for under £1,000. I'm like, that's not a budget studio, that's like a mid-range studio. It's just like,
that's like getting an extension on the mortgage studio.
yeah.
Your pictures all got bigger when people left.
Yeah.
I know. It's I've just given myself a fright.
Oh, goodness.
So Peter,
I was trying to go ahead.
No, you go, Paula.
I didn't really have anything to say. I was just gonna say I was trying to think if I had anything I wanted to add to the conversation. Sorry. And other than
Yeah.
going to the cattle
No,
market, that's been the excitement of my day.
Now, what about your boat? I haven't gotten to your shorts yet because I want to watch them on my computer so I can actually comment. And isn't that a bit of an interesting one, what Susan was saying, that she thinks that moderators can't comment on your shorts on the phone? That sounds weird to me, but
Well,
it kind of might make sense if the only people who can't.
Yeah, that's what Cooking Beauty told me. Cooking Beauty, that you came on her live one night when I invited you. She told me that she had heard that's why we couldn't comment. I don't know the connection or why that would be. I don't know. But anyway, I can comment on everybody's shorts on my computer, but only some of you on my phone. But our boat is very nice. It's a Bass Tracker Classic, which is basically a fishing boat. And for us, it's a fancy fishing boat, very comfortable seats. My only issue is I have terrible balance, not good equilibrium at all. So when I tried to step off the dock onto the boat and the boat went down, because that's what boats do, I panicked and jerked my foot off and almost fell over. So I ended up sitting down on the dock and scooting off into the driver's seat. That's how I got on the boat. And then to get off the boat, I kind of crawled off the boat onto the deck. Standing didn't work for me, but I got on the boat and I got off the boat.
Did I see that? Was that your first time on a boat? Did I see that? Like, No, it's not
No,
your first time. No, just the
no.
first time on your boat, was it? Did you
Yeah,
take some videos? Yeah.
yeah, it was a brand new boat. We just picked it up on Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah. So once I'm in the boat, I'm having a blast. Getting on and getting off is a bit of a challenge, but I shall not let that stop me.
Did you go fishing? Did you go
I
fishing?
don't like to fish. I took a book and I read
Yeah.
and I watched YouTube videos, of course, and
Yeah.
thought about making more YouTube videos.
Could you go live on your boat? Do you have internet connection? Or would it be too
In
noisy?
some spots. In the main channel, I had internet connection. Because I was watching YouTube videos and I think I was chatting maybe on Facebook with some of my girlfriends. If we went up into a cove, I lost connection. So I might be able to do a live next time while we're in the main channel. So I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Mrs. G said I almost lost my hat. Yeah, when I put
Yeah.
that hat on, it had a chin strap, but it blew off my head so many times the chin strap broke. So that blue hat, Mrs. G, doesn't get to go on the boat anymore.
No.
It's been reassigned to the closet.
That's interesting what Gina's saying too, that she was wondering why that was happening. Do you mean not being able to comment on the shorts on your phone, Gina? Like, because maybe you're a moderator as well? Is that what you mean?
I think that's what she meant.
But
yeah.
you know what? Exactly, Paula. You're going to have to ask. Got it. You're going to have to ask Randy to actually take you to certain spots. You might say, I'm really feeling like doing a live today. Can we go to that place where I know that I've got good internet connection? And
I
we
will
just need to
ask
sit
him
there for a
that.
little while. You know?
If I pack him an especially nice picnic, he might be willing to do that.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
is a
yes,
really nice
Totally
boat.
right.
What did you say, Peter?
I said that is a really nice boat, your new boat.
Thank you. We really like it. It's Randy's 5th boat, and it's the nicest boat so far. We had a pontoon. We bought an old pontoon years ago and he fixed it up. I shouldn't say we. All I did was stand there. But we had a pontoon for years, and then he's had various little fishing boats. But this is our first brand new boat, so we're pretty excited.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
always nice to be able to treat yourself.
Yes, very nice.
I'm actually going to have a look at that boat, actually. I'm very curious.
Mostly my shorts were just pictures. The first one was me smiling like a goofball and Randy, not much of the boat. And then the bridge. I really like the second short where
Oh, look
we
at you.
drove up the
Oh,
bridge.
that is so cute.
Oh, the one with the hat is funny.
Come on. Like,
Yeah, that was going to be my boat hat,
come
and the
on.
chin strap broke. I bought that hat for Kentucky Derby Day 2 years ago. My friends and I went to a Kentucky Derby party, and that was because you have to wear a hat when you go to a Derby Day party, and that's the only hat I had. So I wore it to Derby Day, and then it got reassigned to a boat hat, and now it's just a closet hat. But I think it's going to come I think it's going to come on a short. I think Hilda Joy may wear the hat in a very southern kind of short, because a lot of southern women wear hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they really? Why is
Yeah.
that? The sun?
I don't know. It's just a southern lady thing, I guess. Yeah, we
Right.
do all
And are
kinds
they
of
quite
weird
like
things.
are they quite ladylike ones with flowers and
I
things?
think
Like,
in America, the southern states are quite quite church-going folk. So the ladies like to wear hats for the church.
Yes. Mostly older ladies, like older than me, wear hats. But on
Well, you're
Derby
not
Day,
old.
we all wear hats. Yeah. People way older than me.
the older people, the older
older
generation.
Yeah, the older people. Yeah.
Susan's saying, I think you'll get used to it, Paula. Get in on the front where it's flat. Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know, Susan. My equilibrium makes me go into jelly. But scooting worked. Scooting on the boat and crawling off the boat worked just fine. It's not sexy or
Yeah,
attractive,
definitely.
but it works.
Hey, we've got Jana
Here's my
on.
friend Jana.
Jana.
Remember,
Oh, we call
Jana
them
was
mothers
on
of
our
the
live
church.
last time.
Yes.
Jana had made 100 on the test. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. How you doing, sweetheart? I love it when young people come on. Not that y'all are not young,
Yeah,
but
you've got a lot of young people on your lives and your channel.
I do.
who
It must be
come and
my
support.
former school counselor-ness.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Good to see you, Jana. Are you through with school for the summer, or are you still studying? You all carry on. I'll have a private conversation with Jana for a moment. You all carry on.
So,
Right,
Christie,
ladies, well, I'm
are
going to
you-
go and get some sleep. It is 2 a.m.
Yes.
So
All right. Christie,
I
are
will.
you streaming this to your channel?
No,
I
Christie?
don't know.
Did you click yes? Should
I
we?
think so. I think so. That's why I had my laptop on.
Yes.
I know
believe
I've
it was
checked
streaming at
mine
the
and it's
beginning.
not streaming on mine.
I don't have to look
Okay.
at my YouTube channel, and then I believe it should be streaming.
Let's have a look. I will check you, just while we're chatting, just to see. No, because you don't. Oh no, why isn't your lives coming up? Why don't I see
I think it's
you on your
because
lives?
I've linked my YouTube account to Streamlabs, but I haven't put in the stream key from Streamlabs into the YouTube live.
Yeah, linked it. Yeah, and you don't have you're not putting your lives straight onto the replays, Christie. You've just got
No,
them
I
just
haven't.
as a pure live. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you haven't linked your channel either, but
I did.
I don't think that
See,
you are
you
live
have
at the
to
moment. Did you have a look?
you have to link it both at Streamlabs at their side, and you have to link it on the YouTube side. Like in your YouTube account on the live section, you have to have a stream key, which you get from Streamlabs, or the stream key from your
linked it
YouTube
from.
account.
I only
Sorry,
linked it from Stream account. I don't know. I didn't do it on the YouTube side.
oh,
Maybe
that's something that Karen will be able to teach us.
This is my first time ever, so I've done my lives on YouTube Studio. So
Right,
Yeah,
you ladies have a
yeah.
lovely day, and I will talk
And
to you
I haven't
later.
even done that.
Hi, Peter.
good night.
See you
Bye,
later,
ladies.
Peter.
It
Good
was an
night.
absolute
See
honor.
you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Good night.
Bye bye.
We've loved having you. Oh no, so that's interesting, Christie, because I don't actually have experience of that either, because I've set it up on StreamYard. I don't know what it's like on the receiving end, but Paula's managed to do it from the start, which is a lot more clever than I would have been, promise you. But Paula, you linked it up from the start, didn't you?
Yeah, I just saw a
From our
box.
very
and I clicked
first one,
on
you
it.
just went, yep.
You linked it from
Yeah.
YouTube as well?
Yes.
It just when I signed up for my, let's see, when we did our first live, Karen, before we could come in the studio, we had to make an account, right? I think. And then when I made my account, this box popped up in the upper right saying, do you want to stream to your channel? And I just clicked yes. And then I had to put in my name and a brief description. And that's all there was to it.
But that's what I did too. Weird.
I don't know.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dr.
'cause
Ninja
because it's
Turtle's
quite-
here.
Hey, Dr. Ninja Turtle.
Hello.
And I guess how
Amazing.
old
All right,
Dana
ladies,
is.
should
I was
we
correct. Was 17.
Oh,
Okay.
did you guess her age? Did you?
I'm
you
not
did.
sure if
You did. Yeah.
I think Jana is a girl. First, I thought Jana was a boy for some reason. I don't know why. But Jana was giving me hair tips on the last live. So now I think Jana must be a girl. So, Jana, I think you are a 17-year-old female. Am I right?
Let me correct you. I believe her name is Arabic, and I think it's Jana,
Like this, Jana?
if I'm not mistaken.
I think that she did tell me Arabic, and I did not
Yeah,
know how to
Jana.
pronounce her name. So let me try it again. Jana?
I believe so. Could be wrong, but because there's no such, her family name is Arabic, so there's no Jaina. It would
Okay, so
be-
Jana. Jana, am I saying your name right now? Jana is a 17-year-old female person.
It should be a person.
I
It should be a female.
Okay.
yeah.
It could be a person.
She's saying yeses.
Yes, thank you, Christy. That helps me so much. I had a feeling I was pronouncing it wrong, but I didn't know how to correct it.
That's fine. It's okay.
Jana, thank you so much.
Jana, love it. That's a very
It's nice
pretty
to have a
name.
multilingual person on the
Yeah, I can be a
Look at that,
translator.
Christy. Jana says, yes, I'm an Arab girl.
Where is she? Where are you from, Jana?
Nice.
Jana, where are you from?
It's
Christy
not
wants to know.
Lebanese. I don't think she's Lebanese, but
Christy is Lebanese. A Lebanese woman living in Canada.
yeah. Well, I'm Canadian.
Trilingual.
Canadian.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's so cool. Jana. I hope I can remember next time you come on a live that I can call your name correctly now that Christy has helped me.
Yeah, I believe I saw her on your last live too at some point, and you were trying to ask her if that's how she pronounces her name. I said, I wish I could send her a voice message to tell her.
I know. I wish you could. That would be so helpful.
I know.
And
Oh,
if
bye,
you see on
Susan.
Instagram,
You could do like those you could do like those little YouTube videos where they go, Jana. You know how they just,
Jana.
you know how you
Jana.
look up? Have you guys seen those videos when you're trying to, how do you pronounce something? I
I've
love
seen
those.
those.
yeah, I like them too. And sometimes with different accents too. It's really cool.
Yeah. Isn't it cool that we have a 17-year-old girl from Saudi Arabia on our live tonight, commenting on our
Absolutely.
live?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And such a pretty name, Jana.
I believe she's
What
closer
time?
to New
What
Zealand.
time? She's closer, right? What time is it for you, Jana? Where you are right now? What time is it? Good night, Susan. Have
Good night,
fun.
Susan.
Have fun. I think Susan's going off to. Is she saying she's heading? I think she's going to a retirement party. Hasn't that what she's got quite a bit of at the moment?
I
She's got
thought
friends retiring, maybe.
I thought she had one tonight, but it's kind of late for a party. Of course, she might be more with it than I am. It's really my bedtime, actually.
She's heading out. She's just saying good night, probably. Good
Probably
night, Susan.
so.
Have fun, whatever you're doing.
Good night, Susan.
Good night, Susan.
Yeah,
All
she
right,
has.
ladies. Should we go off and get like what time is it for you now, Christy? Is it a bit late, or is it like sort of 9 o'clock-ish or something?
I believe
Which
it's
is getting
9
late.
o'clock-ish, which is my daughter's bedtime, but she's extending it a bit tonight. Yeah.
Look
She
at
is
that.
So beautiful.
For Jana, it is 4 a.m., 4:07 in the morning.
Yeah. they're
Wow.
7 hours.
Jana, why are you not in bed getting your beauty sleep? Oh, my mother came out of my face.
Why are you still doing up at this hour?
What are you doing up?
Your school counselor advice.
Yes. The school counselor just came right out of my face. That's right.
Yes.
Well, ladies, it's been fun, and I'm so glad I could finally get on after I fixed my audio problem. Thank you for letting me get
Yes.
back in the party.
It was nice. My
Oh,
first
of course.
time.
Tell me what was it? Do you know what it was?
Well, when I was trying to
Do you
get
know what
on
the issue was?
originally, I went to settings and I didn't see anything wrong. But I went back to settings and there was a button that said something audio. I didn't recognize what that button meant, but when I clicked it, then I could get on. So, but I have no idea how it got turned off. I think stuff
Yeah,
just
no,
happened.
it's fiddly.
It's fiddly, yeah.
No,
It's
stuff
fiddly. But
happens.
I'm
Like even with mine tonight was echo and all weird, but then and I'm on a
Yeah, I
different
was-
computer because I dropped my computer, so I've got my work computer here. But it's
Ooh.
like every little bit of different tech that you use, right? Something is going
Yeah.
to throw up, but it's all experience. And you know what? It's just fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I went out to
We
the
did it.
living room and I said, everybody's on the live but me. I can't get on the live. And Randy didn't understand what a disappointment that was. So I think he made some smart comment like, oh, that's a tragedy. So I just came back in the bedroom and worked on it.
Yeah, it sounds like a tragedy with a capital T. Yeah.
Exactly. It is
Yeah.
a tragedy.
And you're like, you know
You
what?
don't
I'm
know,
going
but
to
it's
get back in.
tragedy.
Yeah, I know. You're like, you know what? Just because of that, I'm going to get back in there and I'm going to solve this.
That's right. Fixing it. That's right. That's right.
Yes, and do you know what? I've realized as well. Do you remember the whole FOMO thing when Allison was talking about that and she was saying, oh, what's the one where you're happy that you're not doing it? Remember we were talking about that? And it was the JOMO, joy of missing out. You know, like the whole kind of what's the opposite of the fear. Like I'm glad I'm not, you know, at some, I don't know, something that you don't
I
want
was
to be at
having
anyway,
major
the whole
FOMO
kind of,
tonight.
yeah, the JOMO.
I was having
You
major
were having
FOMO
major.
when my friends
That's
were in here
right.
being live and I was not live. I was having major FOMO.
You
I
made
was
it.
not
know,
having
I
JOMO at
know.
all.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, Queen, get back in here. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been great fun. Christie, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you came on.
Thank you for inviting me.
Would love to see you on more just as you feel like and as fits in with your busy schedule. Of course, of course.
Thank you.
All right. Good night, you
Have a good
guys.
night.
See you
Good
later.
night. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night,
Thank you,
Dr.
everyone.
Ninja
Good
Turtle.
night,
Good night,
Jana.
Jana. Good night,
Good night,
ladies.
Dr. Ninja Turtle.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy
Bye.
weekend.
Bye. Happy weekend.